Nice to meet you. Everyone's walking with iPads now. It's funny.
The way forward.
Yep.
Because we can't read our writing, that's why.
Yeah.
Basically. Right. Let me this up. Okay. Sorry, yeah, thanks. Sorry. Okay, Joe. So Oblivion, it's that kind of post-apocalyptic world that we used to see quite a lot in movies in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. One man alone on a planet.
Yes.
We don't see that in sci-fi much anymore, do we? Did you want to explore that idea?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up watching those movies. So what I like about the movies of the sci-fi movies of the 60s and 70s is they didn't have the CGI kind of tool set that we have now. So the focus was a little bit more on story and character. And I wrote Oblivion as a kind of character-driven science fiction film, thinking it was going to be maybe my first film, a little more contained, smaller. Now I got the opportunity to kind of expand it, but that kind of core story of Jack Harper, Last Man on Earth, is still there at the heart of it.
If you think of the best science fiction, the best Star Trek episodes and things like that, they're all about character. And if you strip away the design here and the fact it's set in the future, it's a love story in one respect. It's also about searching for the essence of humanity.
Yes, it is. It's about, what I like about classic sci-fi and the best sci-fi movies is they ask really profound questions about what is it that makes us who we are. And also it's, even though it's science fiction, you want it to be relatable and grounded and address questions that we all struggle with. So that was the goal here. And I was fortunate to have a fantastic actor at the center of the film to kind of tell that story.
We'll talk about Tom in a minute, but let's talk about making it relatable and grounded. Do you work with a lot of futurists? Is that right with this? Is it a future that could exist for us?
I did. I assembled a panel of scientists from JPL and Caltech, much like we did on Tron, and just for a couple hours I just asked them questions about this world. What would happen if you destroyed the moon? How could Earth be transformed in such a fast way? This movie takes place only 60 years in the future, but Earth looks completely different. What energy lies within the oceans of our own planet that we could use to extract to move to other planets? And I really wanted everything in this film, all the concepts, to be grounded in some sort of science, because I think for the audience it just makes it feel that much more real.
A little bit earlier on you said maybe this would be a small movie, and it started as a graphic novel.
Yeah.
I mean, when you wrote that graphic novel, did you ever envisage that it could be this huge film that it's become?
Well, I always wanted it to be a movie, a film. I thought it might be my first, which is why I kept it a little more contained. Never really would have imagined we'd be at this point now with this cast, but I was thrilled to be able to go to Iceland and New York City, Louisiana, California, going all over the world shooting this movie to make it an in-camera science fiction film.
Obviously, you've got an okay leading man, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
What's it like? I mean, he's notoriously the hardest working actor in the business. Does night shoots, day shoots? Is it all you expected?
It's all true. He is the hardest working person I've ever met, the most focused. Just wants to make the best movies he can, and obviously he's got an incredible track record. I had an amazing experience working with him. I learned a lot from him. He's worked with so many directors that I admire. So for me, it was a little bit an opportunity to kind of learn secondhand from those guys as well through him.
Did he scare you as well? Because quite often, from an insurance point of view, he scares directors. Was he doing his own?
He is fearless. He made me nervous a couple of times. You'll see him doing everything you see him doing in the movie. He actually did, whether it's falling from 50 feet or jumping a motorcycle in the middle of the black sand desert in Iceland, all the stuff on the bubble ship and the gimbal. I mean, he loves that stuff, but he takes a couple bumps and bruises along the way for sure.
And just finally, let's go back to it looking real and seeming real. You eschewed CGI in many respects, didn't you? Even the Sky Tower.
Yeah, I really wanted this to be as much of an in-camera film as possible. So we shot everything we could on location, and the Sky Tower set, which normally would be blue screen, I actually went back to an old school technique that Stanley Kubrick used on 2001, front projection, and kind of updated it for the 21st century by using high resolution video projected around the Sky Tower. So everything that you see on screen, we were seeing on set. And it really, I think the actors appreciate that ability to be immersed in the world.
Did you ever just kick everyone out and just say, I'm going to sleep here tonight?
It was tempting. I mean, the first day we kind of fired it up. It was a very zen day on set. Everyone was kind of just sitting there staring outside. It was very calming and very peaceful.
Lovely, thank you.
Thank you.
Joe, nice to
Nice to meet you.
Very much.